Oop. It is the one and only Sky Valentine. So, I kind of wanted to do this video to just bring clarity to a few situations. I know that a lot of you have been wondering what happened at the fashion show, why I got so irate, I'm sorry, about Akeem and all of the situations that was going on. So I just kind of wanted to just take a brief moment to just kind of give clarity to the situation. First, let me apologize to any of the viewers who've watched the show, who was probably taken aback by all of what had happened. It was not my intentions at all to really put myself in that situation. It was not my intentions to act out. It was not my intentions. Hold on, let me make sure that I can see some of the comments. Okay. Just make sure that I can see you guys when you guys come in here. It's not my intentions to act out. Like I stated before, that I had gone through a lot of situations. And because I had gone through a lot of the situations, a lot of the stuff that you guys did not get to see on camera, a lot of what you guys will learn probably um, next episode, I had a whole lot that was going on. My very public feud at the time with Nico that went awry, and that was still bothering me. And I guess some people felt like, it shouldn't bother you because, he's just your brother. He was just your best friend. And for me, I felt like I worked really, really, really hard to build friendships and relationships. So for me, it was more than just losing a work relationship. For me, it was just about we had a brotherhood. Our families know each other. Nico was like a person that was like my little brother. Like, he had been up underneath my wing ever since the age of 19, and he's now 27. So roughly over the course of 9 to 10 years, and that was always like my little brother. We've never had a romantic relationship. I think that in this society, when you're gay, a lot of the times it's coming from a lot of other gays that people feel like you can't genuinely have a friendship with someone and it just being strictly platonic. Like you have to have had some type of sexual relationship or some type of romantic relationship. You had to have smashed. And I think that when people put stuff out there like that, or when people speculate or insinuate, it's like, come on, like really, you get what I'm saying? I'll be the first to put my own business out there to say, yo, if I did it, I did it. You get what I'm saying? I don't have a reason to hide any aspect of my life, and I'm probably one of the very few people on this cast that's super, super transparent about any of the experiences that I'm going through. I lost my ex-boyfriend back in December. He had a big, massive mass on his brain. Got really, really ill, um, and was on life support. And he ended up passing. And it was a hurtful situation, and it was something that I was still grieving about, and it was something that I was still going through. Keep in mind that we were still filming, and I had to be present. Like I wasn't really coming around. Hey, what's up? How are you? I had to still come around this group of guys, and a lot of the combativeness, a lot of the stuff that people were trying to do, albeit they were doing it for storylines, or whether they were doing it to push my buttons, or whether they were doing it to make a good show. I felt like in that instance, people had mishandled me. The situation with the King, I'm going to just touch bases on that really, really quickly. I left off last season genuinely wanting to be cool with the King. He came up to me at the reunion, asked if he could take a picture, which, I'm going to post this. Um, so that people can understand the backstory. He came up to me at the reunion and was like, "Hey, Sky, I feel like we got off to a bumpy start. I would really like it if you can get to know me. I really genuinely want to be your friend. You got me all wrong, and because we share mutual friends, and there were other people that were saying Akeem is really not that bad. He's actually a cool person. Give him an opportunity and give him a shot." I acted on that because I felt like, well, he don't really seem like he really want no problem. Maybe he was just doing it, to make a good show. And so I tried to give him an opportunity, and I talked to him and I said, look, dude, you have to be true and authentic to who you are. You really can't just be poking the bear and doing things, what I'm saying, because you feel like, you have the best intentions, or because you're trying to make a good show, or you're looking at it that it's just a show. It's reality TV. You cannot play with people's realities, and or people's lives like that. And that was from the place that I was coming from. Is he slow? You know, special ed slow. What I do not, I like, I don't, I do not know. What I will say is that I feel like he's sometimes not all the way there. Um, hey, how you doing, Tiffany? What's going on? So, um, I really wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt to be somebody different, and I came into this season um, holistically and wholeheartedly wanting to build a rapport with everybody on cast. If you notice that I was very reserved and chilled most, I saw in some of the comments that people was like, Sky just wanted to fight a king. If that's the case, I could have did that first season. You get what I'm saying? Like, even with me having a powwow with him, I could have got his ass at the fucking charity event if I really was the bullying type and really wanted to put my hands on him. I felt like that there were multiple people on this cast that really pushed my buttons, and I had to let it be known, like, you can't mistreat me. Like, I'm a human being, and I get it that you all watch the show and you all get entertained, and all of what you see in a 20 to 40 second clip, you know what I'm saying, or a couple minutes, you guys think that you know our personality. I'm a very genuine person. I'm a very honest person. I love on everybody, and I don't have any ill will and or intent towards anyone. But I do feel like that people have poked at me, and people have hindered me and didn't know what I was going through. And a lot of times when we come into the situation doing reality TV, you don't really know a person's backstory. You don't really know what the triggers are. I saw that someone said Scott has some deep rooted issues because of the way that I went off. I do. I come from a situation where I was abused. I came from a situation where I had people who put me down, who spoke negatively about me, who tried to incite fear or whatever. And so when I got to a certain place in my life, I was like, I'm not taking disrespect from anybody. I'm just not one of those people. You know, I've had people on this cast that have tried to degrade me as a person and what I do and the value that I bring. I've had people to do that. So my position in it was like, I'm not standing for it anymore. Um, Part of what you guys saw was, yes, me taking up for Montana. I get it that people felt like he's an adult. A lot of people did not know behind the scenes what he was going through. Montel and I, over the course of a few months, we started to build a rapport and or a friendship. And I felt like in that moment he was being mishandled. He shared his deepest, darkest secrets with me. I shared my deepest, darkest secrets with him. And we grew to have a bond. And I was able to relate to that because I felt that he was an authentic and genuine person. And I felt like something that could have been told to him months prior to that at a Christmas event when you first met him, you decide that you want to wait 3.5 to 4 months later to now tell him. It didn't matter how it was presented to you. You could have told him that you had a sexual encounter with his, ex-lover at that point, months prior to that. You wait months, and we have been around each other, y'all, filming months at a time for hours at a time, and you never once said anything. You was at his fashion launch. You could have said that to him. And so I felt like he was mishandling him. And Montel, people did not know that he was devastated. He was going through a lot as well. He was devastated. And I just felt like it was mean and it was cruel. And I felt like, like, don't mishandle my friend like that. And I said that to him. When I arrived at that fashion show, from the time that I got there, Akeem was intoxicated, and he had said, I read all you bitches in my green screen, because we had green screens that day. I read all you bitches. Keep in mind, we had just had a conversation outside of Montel's fashion killer lunch about his approach to certain situations, about him not crossing certain lines, about him saying certain things that was mean and that was going to be perceived as him being the bad guy. We had that conversation. I was really trying to help him out and trying to guide him so that the negative label or stigma that was being placed on him, from viewers and or fans of the show, that he would have a fair chance this season. I tried to help him. You get what I'm saying? I tried to assist him and help him, because he wanted to do a nonprofit. He was talking about doing t-shirts and stuff like that. So I was, giving him tips on how he could go about doing it, and really just trying to be, maybe like a little big brother to him, because he's older than me. I'm 36. That motherfucker is 40. You know what I'm saying? I'm not used to seeing 40-year-olds act like that. I'm not. So I felt like, come on, dude. So in the process of them capturing me coming in, And him saying that, I was like, really, dude, like, this is what we finna do. So I already knew how the night was gonna go. Akeem continued to be antagonistic, and he continued to like pop shit throughout the entire time that we were there. And that is what got me off my rocker. It wasn't because I got a cocktail in my hand. I'm like that way if I have a cocktail in my hand, if I don't. You get what I'm saying? So when people are saying, oh, well, he's being a bully and he really did not want to fight. Well, if you do not want to fight, why are you putting yourself in a position to talk shit to people that you know you don't really want to have a problem with? Because you can't keep standing there and talking shit and then you're doing it at our expense because you feel like I'm just trying to make a good show, or I'm doing it for a laugh, or I'm doing it for a kiki. In real life, whether you are straight, whether you are gay, you can't mishandle people like that and expect there not to be any consequences. And that was the place that I was coming from. It was not one of my finest moments. I really did not consider that it was not Cameron's event, but that he was being invited to showcase. It was the wrong time. And I take full accountability for my actions. I was not right in doing that, but I felt like he needed his ass beat at the time, and that's just genuinely how I felt. I felt like not only him, there were other people, either people that I was cool with and people that I wasn't cool with, continued to take digs at me and continue to say things behind closed doors or in their green screens or to cast members or even to production about me when we have a close enough relationship for those that we, that I did have a relationship with, to say to me, look, friend, this is how I feel about you. You get what I'm saying? Not tell other cast members. It made my season really, really hard. And I exploded because I felt like people are completely being disrespectful. People are hitting below the belt. People are trying or either using me as their storyline. And it's just like, it's one thing to tell a story. I have a story to tell. I'm not choosing to tell a storyline. I'm not trying to make anybody my storyline. If y'all notice, I was calm all season long. I observed most of the time. That's what I did. I only came for people because people came for me. I only talked about people because people talked about me. I only cussed people out because people really kept poking the fucking bear. I am human, guys. You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be this whole, I have this holier than thou attitude or this stuck up snobbish attitude. Like, I try to approach things from an adult situation or an adult perspective because I feel like we're all gay men. And I know that people see us on this platform and they feel like because we're gay, and because we're on this platform, they feel like we're just a bunch of gay, being messy, whatever the case may be. I wanted to bring a positive insight and light to this platform. you know and regardless of whether people like us or whether they don't like us, Chasing Atlanta really does unveil or uncap a certain truth that exists within the community. You do have people that are shady. You do probably have people that scam. You do have people who do mean and malicious things for attention or whatever the case may be. You get what I'm saying? Regardless of their age. You get what I'm saying? You do have people like that that exist within the community. Not just the gay community, but in the heterosexual community, in the black community, in the white community, in the Latin community. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? If a person is being messy, if I was hanging out with any one of y'all, I would be the same person to tell a person if they were doing you wrong. And I could have just met you. If I feel like you being wrong, I'm gonna say that. I feel like we don't have enough leaders. Everybody it's like wanting to be a follower. We don't have too many leaders. So if I got to step up to the plate to be a chief, so be it. I get it that everybody on that watches the show, that support the show, will not like me, and I understand that. You know what I'm saying? People will speculate. People, if you want to think that I had a romantic relationship with Nico, so be it. Who am I to change your mind? That is your personal opinion. I don't have anything to prove to y'all. But what people are not going to do is that you're not going to put that negative content out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? When his nieces, when his children refer to me as their uncle, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't ever want them to have to grow up and Google this or play this back or go to YouTube and ever feel like their father and their quote unquote uncle had a romantic relationship. No, we haven't. We've never had a sexual relationship, a romantic relationship. We ain't even kissed each other. That is my brother. Whether we speak, whether we don't speak. You know what I'm saying? I wish nothing, ill of that man. Like, I hope to God that that man gets every motherfucking blessing that comes to him. Because that's what kind of person that I am. I don't have it in my heart. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that he have it in his heart for me like that either. We're just two passionate individuals. We had a very public beef. We fell out. We are human. We're human. But instead of people trying to bridge the gap, people picked at us. People picked us apart. People like, you know, wanted to make views off of our arguments. You get what I'm saying? I wanted to capitalize off of, like, I didn't want to capitalize off of it. I simply shed light on the situation and say, hey, I'm not in the best headspace. You know what I'm saying, right now. And this is what I'm trying to do to remedy the situation in order to get beyond it. You know what I mean? So to those of you who saw me to act out, you know what I'm saying? I know some of you were rooting and said you got his ass together and you did a good job. I appreciate all the love and support that I got. But I'm saying to you guys from the center of my heart, it was not one of my finest moments that I was proud of. Because I don't want people to ever be afraid of me. I don't ever want to be viewed as a bully, nor do I ever want people, whether it's celebrities, to not want to work with me because they feel like I'm quick tempered. I don't ever want fans ever feel like they can approach me because they feel like if they say or do the wrong thing, I'm gonna go left. I'm just a person that I don't take shit. I'm a Taurus at hand. I want to be respected. I want to be treated as a human being. I feel like I've reserved the right to be treated as a human being. I want to be respected as a man. Fuck the sexuality part. I want to be respected as a man, from one man to another. And when I feel like people are doing or saying things to violate my manhood or to demean or to degrade my character or whatever, that is what you're going to always get. And that probably will not change. I am trying to, look, I'm a work in progress. God ain't done with me yet. The only thing that I can hope to those that have always looked at me as being this positive entity, the only thing that I hope that you guys can do is just love on me, pray for me, you know, uplift me, you know what I'm saying? You know, just know that I'm human, you know. So I appreciate April 25th, that's my birthday, Taurus in the house. I appreciate you guys for supporting the show. I am so thankful to Chasing Atlanta for giving me this opportunity to be on this platform. You know what I'm saying? Because it put me in contact with a whole lot of people, and so many opportunities have come my way behind the scenes, and I'm so grateful for it. I'm so grateful for it that I could like really, really cry because I'm just a young dude, you know what I'm saying, from the hood, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of stuff I had to accomplish and to do on my own, and there are things that I'm still learning. I'm not a perfect person. I'm so down to earth when I read you all's comments, both good and bad, you know what I'm saying? I take away what I can take away from it, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate those that care enough to say, hey man, you know, I just hope that you do better. You know what I'm saying? So for those of you who continue to love on me, to support me, I humbly appreciate you guys so much. I really, really do. You know, shouts out to Chasing Atlanta, shouts out to my rounds from Eric to Lyric, you know what I'm saying, to Montel, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much I'm in a really, really good space with everybody. I really don't have a problem with anybody. You know, as you guys get prepared for next Wednesday's episode, you get to see a lot of what I had to go through. I open up a lot about a lot of the stuff, and hopefully it'll shed new insight. I know that I won't be able to please everybody, but just hopefully people would be able to understand where I'm coming from. So I just kind of wanted to leave you guys with that. This is your boy Sky. Remember to tune in every Wednesday, Chasing Atlanta, 7 p.m. only on our YouTube page. Make sure that you subscribe, you know, and again, just thank you guys for supporting us all.